Well, hello, Diane. Oh, how are you this fine Thursday? I'm thinking I should maybe grab my guitar and play some music for you all. What do you think? What are you all drinking? Oh, I didn't make a chai. I just made a regular tea. I was going to put a bunch of cool things in my tea, but I did not. So, some of the things that you can put in tea. Hi, Mila. Hi, Allergy. Kitty, kitty. Cloves is a very strong antiseptic. Cloves, it's also a nervine directly on the tooth if the tooth is in pain. But it has antiseptic properties also. Strong polyphenols too. You coming, Mila? Michaela, you coming? You coming? Come on. No? You don't want to? Okay. Not my problem. How is everyone? L'chaim, l'chaim. So I'm back to the United States, and of course that means gaining weight. Go to Israel, I lose 10 pounds. Come back to America, gain 10 pounds, right? Running around and eating a mostly vegan diet. There you go. I felt if my protein got low, I would like eat an egg or some grilled chicken, which is really lean. Excuse me, really lean. And I just lost a ton of weight. I don't think carbs is the problem so much as fat. Hi, Addie. So, how are you liking the Trump show? What did we say? He had 30 days? What was that, 4 or 5 days ago? Play some music for you all. I'm sorry. I took his. I feel like I'm taking people's joy away. You know what I'm saying? People that like Donald Trump. I mean, there's no. I try to the best of my ability to stand back and look at things objectively. Sometimes you guys like it, sometimes you don't. For example, I saw that Elon Musk had a good side and a dark side. He had both, right? So we want to encourage the good, right? And discourage the bad, right? But in the case of Donald Trump, it looks like, do you think we're looking at deterioration happening really quickly? By the way, good to see everybody here. Hi, Joel Tilson. Thank you for your help. Joel Tilson is our floor director. Much appreciation. And Dylan in the house. Winter Wonderland in New Hampshire. I'm sure it's cold in Wyoming. Joel Tilson is a wonderful man, and I believe he is available for love. Rhonda Shank, thank you for your member. Shank, thank you everyone who is a member. It does help keep the channel up and running so that I don't have to grow up and get a real job. So I much appreciate that. Donald Lampert, hello. Bless you and thank you. Spiritual Shield Maiden, excuse me. Lightworker, what a beautiful name. Hi. So I guess we can do the Impass prayer if you folks like. And then we can have that conversation. Do you think it's too late for Trump? Do you think his mental decline is so serious it's a problem? Do you think that we have a similar concern if Joe Biden starts aging quickly? You can barely hear me. Who else can barely hear me? Did you turn up your sound? Can you hear me now? Let's see. Hello, 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 hello. Anybody else having trouble hearing me? Do I need to fix the sound? Okay, how's that? Is that better? Okay, so how's the sound? Everybody okay? Was it weak before? I'm having problem with Restream. Like when I have a guest, it's very crackly. And that Well, I apologize. I will do better next time. Let's go ahead. Let's do the impasse prayer. Let's do some blitzes. Does that work for you guys? Nothing is real. Nothing is real. That's kind of how you have to. I mean, in politics, in life, the only way that we're not going to be driven crazy, they say now China's going to hit us with a bunch of bots, is you just have to look at people's voting history and put your emotions aside. Is this person going to vote the way that I would want them to vote? And it can't be a personality thing. It has to be a very logical thing. Is this person going to be able to perform their duties the next 4 years? Are they going to vote the way I want them to vote? These are all things we have to think about, right? So let's go ahead. We'll do the impasse prayer. We'll go in and take a look. Sound good? And then you guys can I know Joel is here to help if I don't see the questions. Yeah, let me know if there's a problem. I'm happy to try and fix it. No, I didn't smoke marijuana in Israel. It is legal in Israel, but I did not want to smoke marijuana when I was in it. I did think before I volunteer, I'm going to go, but in the end, I just didn't have the energy or interest. First off, I had food poisoning when I got there, and the truth of the matter is, all I wanted was water, and and then when I did feel well, all I wanted was hummus. Yeah, I'm a boring person. What can I tell you? I'm a very boring person. Yeah, I don't need weed. I need to, well, right now what I need is this coffee, which should have had some, it's tea. It's not quite how I wanted to do it, but that's okay. Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together, collectively, we say, Amen. Okay, so here is something that has come up. Twitter is now streaming. If people want to make money on Twitter, that's another place to stream. YouTube. streaming where people are putting stuff up, TikTok, Instagram, and these have become places where regular people can make money putting up YouTube videos like me, you know. It's a great side gig if you're a senior and you want to make a couple $100 a month, you know, and get to make friends, right? So my first question to you before we start the blitzes is, do you find you're spending more time on YouTube watching videos of regular people, or more time watching Hollywood movies, Hollywood films, Netflix? What would you say it is? 50-50? 80-20? The first one being like YouTube, Instagram, social media. How much is spent looking at social media, and how much is spent looking at traditional TV and film, like that you would find on Netflix or Hulu or on TV? I'm just curious if you guys want to participate. 50-50? Okay, interesting. Because that's, I think, a cut in the revenue of Hollywood when we see that, right? Because your time and your money and your interest are being pulled 50% away from, and in the case of Annika, 50-50, so 75-25. Thanks, you guys, for doing this poll. And I think this is kind of, with me at this point, it's probably 90-10. I find it really difficult to watch Hollywood stuff. The faces are too perfect, and I'm tired of feeling like I have to be perfect to experience true love. And the stories are often contrived, and the people are over made up, and it's disingenuous. And so what I strive for is to be in community with other people and be authentic, right? Have authentic experiences. And that's also part of being woke, right? The awakening, right? Even though I don't know what people mean when they attack woke. Well, you're woke. Does it make any sense? I mean, I do think people are just moving away from all of that because it wasn't sustainable. 95% YouTube, yeah. Well, there you have it. Never too late, 80-20. So where's your money and time and energy going? So if this is just a snapshot, what is that doing to the industry? Well, let's take a look. The future of Hollywood. Do you think that this is humbling? Do you think it's humbling for Hollywood to realize that regular people are getting more of their attention? That we are getting more attention than they are? What do you think that that's doing to Hollywood's ego? If you're just talking about total views, right? So, the only way that celebrities are going to save their careers is by going into social media. And so it feels to me like actors and celebrities are being encouraged to do Instagram, social media, YouTube, etc. It's interesting. Bird is to communicate. Hollywood is dying. You can see here the calla lilies of death. The tower. Some type of letter is coming. I see major studios in Hollywood going bankrupted. They're being bankrupted due to lawsuits and overspending. They're trying to rent out parts of the studios to independent companies in order to make a way for the loss of revenue. But Hollywood studios have put themselves in a terrible bind. I think that Warner Brothers and some of the large major studios we could see them going bankrupt within the next 2 to 3 years. They'll have to be chopped up and divided. I see communities coming in and saving these companies. It's almost like they become community film hubs. And that's the only way they're going to be able to save the old film lots, is by having people who love film come in and preserve it. You can see here that they've got themselves in a knot. You can see a letter coming. I see Warner Brothers facing possible bankruptcy. Look at this. The Calla Lilies of Death in Tower. Then a writer comes to save the day. And then a woman. So it's almost as if, gosh, people are stealing from the studios also. There are thieves that are running off, CEOs, people in high positions of power that ran off with the money. Look at that. Thieves, mice running away with the cheese. So, you know what? It goes back to the people, which is democracy. In a way, they're describing the voyage of the Mayflower. They're describing the voyage of getting on a ship and sailing away. So you have this death of Hollywood, and then the stars, and then the ship is guided. It's almost like it leaves the monarchy behind. Monarchies are dying again. So on the one hand, we have all this consolidated power, right? These people that are billionaires. And on the other hand, the consolidated power is simultaneously imploding in on itself, right? Like, look what's happening to Putin. So it's the worst of times, it's the best of times, right? And then we have the time of the child emerging. And that tells me that we have a new beginning, that the old ways will pass, and that the old ways of Hollywood will pass. The major studios, the McMansions of Hollywood, those are relics of a time gone by. And I think a lot of people in Hollywood are going to have a real hard time with this. In terms of the union, the Screen Actors Guild, I've said it before and I'll say it again, they never protected actors. Actresses and actors were being sexually harassed, assaulted, etc., under SAG. So people were being pressured to pay the union while being pressured to keep their mouths shut when they saw things that were inappropriate on sets. Weinstein was doing union films, right? Johnny Depp, right? He told Amber Heard, we're going to have drinks after the press junket, him and another producer and whatnot. So she thought that was going to be a debriefing, and instead she showed up, the door closed, and it was just him. Same tactic that Weinstein used, by the way. So why was this allowed to happen on union sets? Because the union doesn't protect its actors. So what are actors paying for if they're not being protected? So the next thing you have to ask yourself is, does the Screen Actors Guild have a future? What do you guys think? Do you think it has a future? Do you think that they can save themselves? Save the film industry? Because it feels to me like films are saved. They can save the art of filmmaking, but people who truly love films, have you ever seen Gone with the Wind? Have you ever seen The Destruction of Tara, where Scarlett is crying because it's all destroyed and she promises she'll rebuild? That's Hollywood. The people that rebuild Hollywood have to be ethical people that truly love films, but all this nonsense about celebrities marching around in McMansions, that's got to come to an end. The man who looks, the vision. So you have this visionary coming. You have a letter regarding heartbreak. So you have this individual communicating about heartbreak at the current situation. Almost looks kind of romantic. Received to a woman. Excuse me. A bear. There's a protector over Hollywood. Members of the Academy. There are people here that are going to preserve the Academy of Motion Pictures, and it's going to come from the Academy. You have these people watching and cleaning house, letters of communication, heartbreak about the situation to a lady. Then you have the bear of protection who waters and protects. I think it's going to be the film academies and film preservation people. It's certainly not going to be the CEOs. It makes me wonder, excuse me, what will happen to all the mansions, right? What will they do with them? I thought that they should turn them into like dormitories or something for students. Yeah. It's not, it can't economically sustain itself. They don't need the studios. Excuse me. They don't need the studios either. You know why? I just found out. They said we can do everything digitally. So they don't need the amount of space. You can see it here. They're trying to preserve the old films, but you can see her tower in the coffin. Who, excuse me, who here has gone to see a movie in the big screen? And if so, when was the last time you did that? I'm just curious. With me, it was August for Barbie. So instead of it being once a week, which it used to be, it's now once a year, twice a year, last summer exactly. Has it decreased? And if so, can you see the decrease being related to social media? Barbie, exactly. The Boys in the Boat. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Was that good? I think Linda G sees a lot of films, right? From what I understand. Boys in the Boat, okay. right. Dune, March 1st. I didn't like the Dune 2. I don't know. I saw the first Dune, it was lousy. The Beekeeper was good. Oh, that does sound good. I get bored. Is anybody besides me just get bored and restless in films? I get bored. Wonka. Oh. Yeah, I like British stuff. You like the movie screen experience with the popcorn? Okay. All right. Oh, did I buy myself some popcorn when I got back from Israel? I wonder. I might have. I think so. Hi, Felicia. How you doing? Underdog team of boys from Washington State who won the shilling race. Oh, 3 years ago. Coke and a hot buttered popcorn. Man, do I love Coca-Cola. Let's just keep it real. Coca-Cola is great. Goes great with hummus, right? A nice hot plate of hummus and Coca-Cola. I wish I could be healthy and young forever so I could continue to drink Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is one of those things you can't have it very often, but for whatever reason, my body thinks it's great. I don't, if you're sick and you're nauseous and you need something bubbly and you need glucose, I swear, Coca-Cola does the trick, man. So, what do you guys think about the latest with Trump? Okay. Anybody want to enlighten me? It looks like who's the next judge to lay down the hammer? What is it going to be? 370 million they're expecting? So he's got 80 something million and 370 million. And wait a minute, doesn't he have another lawsuit on? What happened over in New York? I can't even keep up. Is that the New York one? What about how many are there? My goodness. Am I the only one who's completely lost? Oh my God. What's his name? Judge Gorin? Is that his name? Gorin. Thank you. All right, let's do it. Let's see if Ann Gorin is going to throw the book at Trump. You guys like to see? We're using the dreaming way. The key. A key is being given that is going to unlock. Ooh, thief. So he was already found guilty. Is that correct? Because this is talking about a theft case, and it's talking about opening up something regarding a theft case, and then they followed the theft. It's like they left breadcrumbs. Oh no, it's so over. I'll show it to you. No, he can't pay. There simply isn't enough money. Even the oligarch, come on, it's $370 million. The key that opened the way to exposing a theft. And look at this, the stars. So they got into an issue of theft, heartbreak, and then tower. I mean, he can't pay. Sailing away and a fox. Sailing away the fox. He could try and get out of this. You know, it's interesting. He gets a sail away fox, and then he also gets the fish, which is commerce. No, he's finished. I think the takeaway is don't break the law. Don't break the law. Don't. It could be that he attempts to. What can he do? Look, they're taking everything. Let me go ahead and check, but I think that they're taking Mar-a-Lago. Isn't that what the other readers have said? Because that's what it's looking like to me too. Dang. Didn't I tell you guys that he was not going to be able to continue on? Because oh, your dad said Coca-Cola saved your life? Yeah, that's actually true. I give Coca-Cola as medicine when nothing else will go down and I need them to get their glucose has got to get up and the person's vomiting and dehydrated and they can't get regular water down. I will hit them with some Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Everybody's different though. When I was in Central America, we had Fanta. Fanta for the kids. When they would get diarrhea and their glucose would drop and we would break open a Fanta. Hey, as long as it gets glucose and fluids, Fanta. Sweet like Fanta, Fanta. And they crave it too, right? If you're sick and warm Fanta, that's right. Warm Fanta at the church. When the kids would get sick, we would give them warm Fanta. The water was contaminated. That was the other thing is sometimes we'd have, bottled water and Fanta and electrolyte tablets. Sometimes Fanta is good medicine. Coca-Cola is good medicine. We're not saying have it every day. We're saying in a situation like that, if I can't get anything in my patient, I'll put some Coke in their mouth. Done it more than once. So Mar-a-Lago, let's take a look. Anybody else get so sick the only thing you can get down is something like a Coke? Ginger ale is another great one. Ginger ale is very good. But not every. I have a lot of patients, they don't like the flavor. Like my kids, they will only do Fanta when I'm in Costa Rica, Nicaragua. You just want something that has glucose in it that they'll drink. It's bubbly for the nausea, and you can deal with the other stuff later. You just need to get something in them. Something has to get in them. And for whatever reason, it works. For whatever reason, they don't usually, I don't know. Try it, you'll see what I mean. If you're vomiting and sick see if you can't get a Coca-Cola or a Fanta into the person. I think it's a combination of the glucose and the fizzy water, or the ginger if the person likes ginger ale. A lot of people don't like ginger. The natural remedy would be like a ginger lemon boiled with lots of honey, and the honey has glucose. If you want to get glucose into a person's system. Coconut water also, which is loaded with potassium if you have diarrhea. It's another thing we recommend. Oh, gosh. Well, I think, Faye, that Ivana is buried in Bedminster in New Jersey, not in Mar-a-Lago. But let's take a look at the future of Mar-a-Lago. They're going to receive notice that they're being seized by the feds. You know, it's a kind of a place that has come and gone. Um, you have it as, is it a historical landmark? Because you've got this anchor here, which would lead me to think that it's a historical landmark. You've got this child wonder, and then you've got this bear of protection. So I feel like it has some historical protection. The sun coming, I think it's going to be taken over by the state or the feds, turned into a historical landmark in order to pay back the debts. You can see a letter coming in. I get the feeling that that's going to be a letter that basically the feds are going to come in, tack it on the door, and it's going to be retrieved. Yeah, a message comes. Fox. See, I think they're going to take Mar-a-Lago. I think it's going to, yeah. Well, I think they're going to auction it off. I think they'll auction it off, and I think it'll be bid, and I think a lady is going to purchase it, a wealthy woman. I wonder if Oprah is going to purchase it. Looks like a foxy lady is coming to purchase Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, so they'll come in. They want to preserve it. It has to be, whoever takes it over, it is a historical landmark. So Mar-a-Lago is gone. It gets confiscated. It falls under the category of federal and state protections. So whoever takes it gets certain benefits, but they also they have to adhere to that, it looked like. And so it looks like there's an auction and a woman will purchase it. What do you guys think about Oprah purchasing it in auction? Do you think that would be a good idea? Someone famous. Scotland seizes Trump's golf courses too. They say that they were money laundering. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that they were money laundering out of Scotland? I just found out. So it wasn't making enough money, and so instead they were laundering. But whose money was being laundered? Here's the property in Scotland. Look how much money costing. Stars. Heartbreak. By the book. Yeah, they're going to go after him. There's the letter. Going by the book, heartbreak. There's the tower. Same thing. I'm seeing that it was money laundering. That's what I see. I see that they set it up and that money was going out of it, that it was being used to move money. Yeah, I don't understand why they're after Taylor Swift right now. It's really weird. Mm-hmm. You know they're seizing Bitcoin everywhere. They seized something like $2 billion in Bitcoin out of Germany. And then a couple billion more recently. Anybody who's shorting crypto, any oligarch that's doing this stuff, they're going to go to prison. Doesn't matter where they're coming from. They're shutting all this stuff down. So, Nikki Haley has now openly said that she thinks Trump is senile. What do you think about that? Well, it's interesting. 1/3 of Bitcoin is owned by Elon Musk. If he was shorting crypto, then he would be promoting, say, XIA. People would pour money into XIA. Then he would sell off his portion, make money, and then put it into Bitcoin. And then theoretically, just keep doing that until you've amassed more and more Bitcoin, right? So, who are the two people that are owning all the Bitcoin? Elon Musk, the federal government, European governments. So, now that we've centralized the Bitcoin, what are we going to do with it? Shut it down? Make it worthless? Yeah, Elon Musk owns 1/3 of all Bitcoin and bought it potentially by shorting other coins, pulling out, and then taking that money and buying Bitcoin, right? And if you XAI is to fund his AI projects, but people are shorting it. He's said that he doesn't support shorting, but so, officially Elon Musk is saying, no, I don't support it, but you wonder, right? Because it seems to be benefiting him quite a bit, right? But the point is that crypto's bad news. It's money that we need to be investing in our economy. No wonder the country looks the way it does. Well, they're just Ponzi schemes, aren't they? Just Ponzi schemes. Do you guys, I apologize for this. Do you guys think that Trump is, excuse me, going to be able to make, I'm sorry, I took Claritin. I don't know why I'm still reacting. Do you think that Trump's dementia is so bad that's going to be obvious to people in a couple weeks? Yeah, good point. It'll be shut down and then the governments. Yes, because we really should not be doing this. My cat does not like getting bathed, but it's actually better. Hi, Geocosmic Valentine. Glad the king took care of your problem. Oh, will Judge Chukin order a mental evaluation? Chukin. Now remind me which one this is. I can't even keep track of all of them. You see what I mean? There's not, he owes $1 billion. He owed $500,000 before this. So now he's up to what? Close to $1 billion and 91 charges? You guys really think this guy has a political future? And he's senile. Don't let people convince you it's something it is not, you know. Oh, Chukin is January. See, I can't even keep track. I've got a patience. I've got a life. You guys got to help me out here, folks. Oh, a ring. A ring. Tower. He's given an opportunity to cooperate. He's got the tower coming over. He's got the tower over it. So the point is that he's given an opportunity to confess or to agree to something because it's over. I mean, you can see here, here's the ring. There's the tower over him, the fox, and then the cross he bears. I can't imagine he can get out of this with Judge Chukin. How would this end? How can it possibly end other than some kind of psychiatric facility, don't you think? Yeah, I mean, like, this delusion. Okay, my next question. Do you guys know what percentage of Americans claim they're going to vote for Trump? I mean, what do you think about the whole E. Jean Carroll thing, right? The way that she was treated when she left the courtroom. Pretty disgusting, huh? What kind of music do you guys like? You guys want to hear a song before I leave? I've been working on some Gillian Welsh. She's good. West side, back in time, walk away, you'll be mine. Do you guys know this one? Would you guys like to hear it? See if I could get it right. Because somebody had said, why are you putting on a silly play about Elon Musk? I wrote a story. I wrote a science fiction story where this was all a simulation and it was a comedy piece and I got to be the queen and I made Elon Musk the king. You know, people are like, why are you doing this? I'm like, because it's fun. So in life, we got to have fun, right? We are not all just one thing, right? Your vision is your vision. It's whatever you want it to be. Standing on the corner with a nickel or a dime, used to be a rail car to take you down the line. too much beer and whiskey to ever be employed. When I got to Nashville, there's too much soldier's joy. Wasted on the wayside, wasted on the way. If I don't go tomorrow, no, I'm gone today. Back, baby, back in time. Wanna go back, you were mine. Back, baby, back in time. I wanna go back when you were mine. Back highway all night ride, watching time all by the side. Clear channel way down low, it's coming in loud. My mind let go. Peaches in the summertime and apples in the fall. If I can't have you all the time, I won't have none at all. Wish I was in Frisco, a brand new pair of shoes. I'm sitting here in Nashville, Norman Nashville blues. Come on, time ramblers, listen to my sound. Drink around on Nashville, tear this place down. Back, baby, back in time. Wanna go back, you were mine. Back, baby, back in time. Wanna go back, you were mine. I'd rather driving slow, buggies and the hats, the town for the show. Darling, the songs they play, got left is the love we made. Back, baby, back in time. Wanna go back, you were mine. Back, baby, back in time. Wanna go back when you were mine. Gotta work on the transition a little bit there. There you go. Did you all enjoy that? Messed up a little bit on the transition. Been working on that. Oh, was Kate Middleton put in a medically induced coma? Not usually for those types of surgeries. They are quite painful though. We can give opioids. The problem with giving opioids for pain or any of those kinds of medications is that they can slow down gastric emptying, which can create further problems. So, yeah. I don't know what kind of music you guys like. Whatever you guys like, I can play. I play a lot of different kinds of music. What is your favorite thing to have for dinner that's comforting? Oh, I love this song. Let's do One More Dollar because it's such a good song. Long time ago, I left my home for a job in the fruit trees. Miss those hills with those windy pines. Their song seemed to suit me. So I sent my wages to my home, said we'd be soon together for the next good crop. Pay my way and I come home forever. One more dime to show my day. One more dollar and I'll be on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never roam, because one more dollar and I'm going home. No work, said the boss. At the bunkhouse door there's a freeze on the branches. So when the dice came out at the bar downtown, I rolled, took my chances. One more dime to show my day. One more dollar and I'll be on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never roam, because one more dollar and I'll be going home. Are you all enjoying it? Long time ago, left my home for a boy passing 20. Could you spare me a coin and a Christian prayer, for my love is turned against me? One more dime to show my day. One more dollar and I'm on my way. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm here all week. Well, if you miss home, yeah, babies. So I thought I would just play a couple of songs before I closed out today. Just to say, why let anyone tell you who you can and can't be? I wanted to be a folk singer, now I'm a folk singer. Y'all listened. So now I'm a folk singer. See? Got 115 people listening to me. That's a pretty gosh darn good audience, right? What more do I need? Get to be a folk singer. Live your dream, my friends. No one's waiting to give you permission. All right, love and light to you all. If you're trying to get in for a tarot reading with me, you can check out the Booksy link below. Also, if you need to see me for a telemedicine appointment as a naturopathic doctor, the same information is below. I just see you via Zoom. All right, everyone, be kind to all so that all can be kind to you too. Thanks again for your love, support, and memberships. They're much appreciated, and we'll see you next time. Be well. Bye-bye.